Right, what up? I don't know what's going on. I'll try it this way. Yeah. There you go, my fault.
Yeah, it
My
was good.
my page, I don't know, Instagram, I think Instagram fake blocked me on my personal page, bro. I had posted a snippet of Kings of Comedy when Steve Harvey was talking about letting all the white people fucking drown.
Mm.
And Instagram been acting real shady on my page ever since. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but pardon the interruption.
They probably wouldn't have never let you go live to begin with. So that
But
I don't
look,
know.
it kept kicking me for some reason. I don't know. That shit's not weird. I was like, they registered. As soon as they see me go live, they kick my shit.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, we're gonna jump right into it. Can I get your top 5 artists of all time?
Yeah. Hove, Pun, Cam, Coogee Rap, and Big.
So Pun, Cool G Rap, Big, Hove, and what was the other one?
Pun.
Pun. That's a good top 5 right there. Is there any special order, or you just took a
Um.
little bit of from each one, or how was it?
Um.
I see
Of
you,
course,
Robert.
if you saying if I gotta put it in an order,
Yeah, if you had to put it in the order.
well, Pun and Cam is my first favorite rappers ever. They my
Really?
first favorite rappers. Um. So I guess I would have to put either one of them first. That doesn't mean that I think that for people watching, that don't mean I think that Cam is better than Hove. That's not what I'm saying. My top,
Those are your first favorite. That's what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah, that's my first favorite. My first favorite rappers was Cam and Pun. So that's why I would put them number one. But as far as who I think the greatest rappers of all time is, that's a whole nother list. Like,
That's a whole nother
you know what I'm
list.
saying? And Hove is number one on that list. It's not even debatable.
All right. What attracted you, or what drew you to Hope?
Um, you mean early on?
Yeah, like early on.
Well, first of all, my aunt Sharice, she's not that much older than me. I think we like 11 years apart or something like that. So she was a big Hove fan, like she still is. She was the biggest Hove fan. Like my first memories of hearing Hove was from her.
Okay.
Um, but at that age, you don't understand everything he's saying. You know that the shit is fire, but you don't understand everything that he's saying. It wasn't until I got older and jumped off the porch myself I started understanding certain things. But it was always just his. He was just always just so cool, like, and he reminded me of myself, like, not comparing me to him, but like just cool, just a cool nigga, like, just cool about everything, just and
Laid back.
being yeah laid back, being influential, influencing people with the things that he liked to drink and do and wear, and You know what I'm saying? Like just things like that. And then of course the lyrical ability is crazy. Like he found a way to um make something sound simple and be complex at the same time.
Mm,
To
mm.
where things go over people's head. Like
Yeah,
cuz it
yeah.
sounds so simple, but it flew over your head cuz you really didn't get it. If you really listening to it or whatever, it's something else. There's undertones. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So being that Hov is your top, right? And Hov been in the game for a while. He just dropped a new joint with a new record and all that. But what would be your top Hov album? Like what album you like you not skipping a joint off of?
Um, well, the only Hove album I don't particularly listen to is Kingdom Come. That's the only Hove album I don't particularly listen to. My favorite Hove album though is probably it's a toss up between Volume One and Volume Two. A lot of people don't like Volume One, but that's one of my favorite Hove albums.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, and I like Hard Bottom Hove when Hove was wearing the Versace shirts and Versace shoes, and he had on the Cartiers and things of that.
Mm.
That's my favorite era of Hove. Jigga.
Reasonable Doubt, Riot said it's her favorite whole album. Okay. Yeah, comment your favorite whole albums in the comment section. So I mean that's you think you could last with Hov on the record though?
Do I think I can last with Hove on a record?
Yeah.
I'll be able to hold my own on a record with anybody. That
Okay.
don't necessarily mean I'm a like I would smack him or whatever. Like you know what I'm saying? Like or I'm gonna make him look crazy. But I could hold my own with anybody. That's a part of being um a rapper. I wouldn't even be doing this if I ain't feel like you know what I'm
You
saying?
can
Like I could
compete with
hold my
him.
own with some. I'm not afraid to get on a song with anybody. First of all, anytime I get on a song with somebody, I'm trying to kill you. I want niggas to know that. I'm trying to kill you. Like we could be the best of friends, whatever. I love you. I mess with you. I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of yours, obviously, or there's some type of mutual respect. But I'm trying to murder you. Like you can hear it
Yikes.
on the songs that I do with niggas. I'm trying to kill you. That's the
All right,
motive.
so being that you said that, we're gonna put somebody in the hot seat, man. You did a lot of features, man. Who you think you really left in the dirt though?
Everybody I ever did a song with. Everybody. All of them. That's not like they know I feel like that. Like it ain't no disrespect to them. I feel like every joint that I do with somebody, I leave them. I'm leaving you. Not that doesn't mean they verse not hard. Mine is just better.
It's just better.
And I love everybody. Like they my niggas. Like you know, I only work with people that I really like. You know what I'm saying? I don't work with nobody that I don't really mess with. I'm not one that like a funny person like that. Like,
Oh yeah, you're
but
not gonna just do it just to
yeah,
do it. Like
I
you
don't
really
just do
gotta fuck
joints
with a
with.
nigga.
Yeah, I don't just do joints with people that I don't really mess with. But they know how I feel about them and whatever type of friendship or working relationship that we have. But yeah, like ain't nobody ever body me on a song. People have tried. And I
Niggas
and I
try.
and I give niggas I salute niggas like I did a song called the Sistine Chapel when I first came back home in 2013 and Oakland Winthorpe was on the joint. I told him when he sent me his verse, I was like, "Oh, you tried to murder me. You tried to
I
murder
I,
me on
I
there."
like Oak, man. Fuck
Yeah,
with
Oak is
loose
nice.
cannon. Oh
Oak is a masterful wordsmith.
yeah, nah. He sent me a little a pack not too long ago of some unreleased shit, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
Nah,
Oak
he
is super
definitely
nice.
he got some shit with him.
Yeah,
He
that
got some
that
shit
that
with
whole
him.
that whole camp is nice. Shorts is nice. All of
Oh
them is
yeah,
nice.
shorts. Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
vanity. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Black
Them
vanity.
niggas
Yeah,
is
he got.
nice. But
Yeah,
yeah,
them niggas is
anybody
definitely.
I get on a joint with, I like. When we get off the phone, I'm gonna send you a text that I sent them, and when was that? 2000. It was 2016. We did a joint called Money together. We got a video for it too. Um, I had writer's block when they sent me the joint. I couldn't even write nothing. I was, moving around, whatever, doing whatever I was doing. I had writer's block. I think I wrote the joint the night before the video. No, the night before we had to record it, and then we were shooting the video the day after the studio. I told Shorts that night. I sent him the text. I still got that text. Like, I'm finished. I'm a murder y'all. I'm a murder y'all tomorrow. I told him that. I said I'm a murder y'all tomorrow. Like, they know I'm like that. Like, I'm a murder y'all tomorrow. And he just laughed. He was like, I'm ready, Jim. Like, yeah, everybody know what it is with me. I'm getting on a song with you. I'm trying to kill you.
He said, That's crazy." All right, so my next question is, and we spoke about this, but then you had hit me in my DM and said you wish you would have said something different anyway. So here's your chance. Top 5 sneakers of all time. And you could give us the same way you did before, the Jordans, and then just your top 5.
All right, so Jordans, the Laney 5s, Cement 4s, the white, red and black 2s, the first 2s, the Oreo 9s, and the Concord 11s.
Concord 11. High top or low top?
High top.
Okay.
Yeah, not no lows.
Okay.
No, the lows was blasphemous when we was getting money back in the days. And
Listen. I love low top 11s, bro.
no, I'm
I
talking
love those
about
things.
the era that we was from.
Oh yeah.
Back then. I'm not talking about now. Now it's
Back
different.
then, back then you had to have the high. You're
Yeah.
absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Shout out to my nigga Dwayne Sean. That nigga Dwayne Sean said, "Yo, listen, the only way you can have any lows is if you have the highs with them."
The only way you could have any low 11s was if they was the elephant skin joints. Those was the only joints that was acceptable, and I had those too.
Yeah. They just dropped. Shout out to my invisible co-host. When I was just on vacation, I ended up grabbing those for him out there. Them shits was just sitting on the shelf, and I hit him like, "Yo, you want these?" He like, "Yeah." He made me carry sneakers back, but yeah, those is fire. Which
Yeah.
colors though? The original black and red,
Yeah,
or the white and gray
the
shit?
original black, or the white and gray, and with a little bit of navy blue.
Yeah, that nigga used the big ass word, right? You heard him? Blasphemous. This thing's crazy. Yeah, nah, the 11s is definitely dope. So what's your top 5 regular sneakers then? Just all around, run around.
Um, of course, I said that last time, like the Prada American Cups.
Yeah, those are good shits.
I ain't say the pennies before.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. Did I say Bo Jackson's before?
Yes, you did. You said the Bows.
Yeah, Barclays.
You definitely said the Barclays.
The Air Force One as a whole, not like necessarily the white ones or whatever, but the Air Force One as a whole. And I ain't say the Gucci Aces before.
Yeah, you ain't say those.
Yeah, I ain't
You
say the
didn't.
Gucci.
Yeah.
I ain't say the Gucci Aces. I picked the Moris, but I will put the Gucci Aces before. The Gucci Aces is classic. I'll pick the
Let me.
Gucci Aces
So
before the Moris.
my second episode of this show, right? I had my man HG Locks from the Bronx, and I had my man Sincere from
Yeah, I know
Chicago,
who Locks is.
right? And I had
Yeah.
Sincere from Chicago, and the Air Force One conversation came up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Sincere told me that Air Force Ones started in Chicago.
Mm.
Would you like your knowledge and you being a New York type of guy and into sneakers and stuff like that? Have you ever heard Air Force Ones being from Chicago?
Nah. Everybody know Air Force Ones. Air Force Ones is the sister shoe to Tim's in New York. Like that's the sister shoe. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
deep.
niggas, like, it's impossible for that to be uh Chicago thing or whatever. Of course, I forgot where Air Force One was. I think the first place is somewhere on the East Coast with like that was selling airs first if you do the history. But
I think it was like
you
Baltimore or some shit.
it
Like they
it
had it in a
it
store
might be like
somewhere.
DC or something
Yeah, yeah.
where they sold them first. Like they had a store that was selling them first, but they had their own wave with New Balance and stuff like that. So like,
Yeah.
but who wore Airs and made them popular, and the reason why they're called Uptowns and Harlems is Harlem, New York, Harlem hustlers, New York niggas. Like before anybody, that's who popularized the Air Force One. And then you have people that came through like Hove and Dame, where that's all they wore. That's the only sneaker that they wore.
Yeah.
People like Fat Joe as well. That's the only sneaker that they wore every single day. They wore Airs, or all white Airs, not even colors, just straight white Airs.
Yeah, I remember when Air Force Ones was like 60 cash, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact. 80 the
Like,
most, like
yeah,
79.99.
yeah. During the pandemic, niggas was selling them shits for 140, 150.
Yeah, Reyes said that it was a discrepancy with the Chicago claim. Yeah, that's cat.
Yeah, nah, yeah, because it blew my mind. However, right? Man, shout out to my man Sin. He do this.
First of all, not to cut your wisdom, Chicago is known for gators and furs and shit like that. They wasn't wearing they hustlers wasn't wearing no airs.
This is
They wasn't
this
wearing
is
airs.
this is what I'm saying. I think
They was dressing like they was going to church.
he younger, so maybe when he was growing up, that's what they was into. But he
Yeah,
didn't
but
know that
that's
they got it
different.
from
That's
New York.
if he
That's
if
what I'm
he
saying. I don't
when
think
was he born? Like 97?
he young. He might have been. It might have been. Nigga,
Yeah,
it
that's what
might
I'm
have been.
saying. Like if
You know what I mean?
you do the knowledge on Chicago, they known for getting, dressed up.
Yeah, ain't that what like what a pimp ball used to be and all that weird shit?
Yeah,
Chicago
like
and Detroit and all that.
they known for getting jiggy on another level. You know what I'm saying?
What's
Like
up,
with
man? What up?
having the furs, having the gator toe Maury's and all that. Like doing gators and all that. They known for that. They not known for wearing no tennis shoes.
Yeah, nah. See, I just had to bring that up because ever since he said that, I asked it on every show because he might know something I ain't know. You know what I'm saying?
Man, how could he know something that you ain't know when you probably like 10 years older than him?
Yo, listen, that nigga might have some history I don't know about. That nigga was very, very adamant. Yo, Riot was in it. Yo, he's very, very adamant. Like, yo, nah, Chicago really started this shit. Like, and I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna ask
You
everybody on
you
my show.
can't you can't say they started it when you wasn't even born. You wasn't even born. Yeah, so how could you say who
This is
told
very
you
true.
that?
This is
Because
very true.
if you go by like how hustlers was dressing in the 80s, they wasn't wearing airs. They wasn't wearing sneakers. Period. Like they wore shoes. They wasn't wearing sneakers.
Yeah, you just summed it up. Look, that's definitely a fact. I'm not even asking that question no more because you just summed it all up. You absolutely right. Them niggas was pimps.
Yeah, they had their own like they hustlers was with they was getting fly on a whole nother level. Like you know what I'm saying? They was more mature. Like even like they dressed kind of like similar to like Detroit niggas.
Yeah, that's what I said. Chicago and Detroit. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Right.
Detroit had the top hats with the cool G's. Detroit started that cool G shit. The cool G's with the dress pants and the nice shoes and all of that. Like that was they twist. They
Yeah,
wasn't
they
on
was.
no airs.
It wasn't on no ears. All right, so my next question: where did the name Breeze Mantana come from?
All right,
Remember
so
we asked and giving the people a breakdown.
yeah, so all right, Breeze came from my demeanor. You've known me since I was like 14, so I'm cool. I only talk around people that I'm comfortable with. I don't really
Mm-hmm.
do a lot of talking if I'm not in a comfortable space. So I'm quiet. Um, Even in the house with my mother, to be honest with you, like growing up in the house, I was always a quiet kid. Like stayed in my room For those that don't know, I used to draw and paint and things like that. So I'll be in my room drawing and painting. You wouldn't even know if you live with me, like my girl or even when I was younger or whatever, living with my mom's. If you in the same house as me or whatever, you living under the same roof as me, you won't know I'm in the house because I'm that quiet. But I also walk light. You don't hear me. Like you won't hear me coming. So I got the name Breeze from just my demeanor.
Mm.
Mantana derives from Montana. Um, when I was younger, like middle school or whatever, it's probably like seventh or eighth grade. I don't really remember which grade or whatever, but it's one of them. It was middle school. I used to watch Scarface every morning before I went to school. Um, up to a certain point in pieces, not the whole thing, because the movie is well long. Everybody knows that. And when I say that, people think I'm talking about the whole movie. I used to watch it in pieces. So wherever I left off at, I watched that from there the next day. And sometimes I would be late to school from watching it longer than I was supposed to be watching it. So that's where Montana came from. But I always spelled it Mantana because I didn't know anything about copyrights and all of that. So I thought that if I spelled it with an O, not knowing that of course it's a last name too, I thought I would get sued. So I always just wanted to flip it and spell it Mantana. Now you might ask yourself, but that doesn't spell Montana, that spells Mantana. But if you say it with, um, if you pronounce it like how a Jamaican man does man, like man is man. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
fact.
saying? So that's where the pronunciation came from. And then once other rappers started coming out with Montana, I just decided to pronounce it the way it's spelled.
Okay. See, y'all just got a list. Y'all just got the breakdown. Cause I ain't know it was that deep.
Yeah. Yeah, all my any nickname I got was given to me. I ain't make these names up. Like I ain't just wake up one day like yo. Because
Nah, nah,
at
that's
first my
good.
rap name was just Breeze. Like I've been writing since I was 9. You know what I'm saying? My rap name was just Breeze. And then I was like, yo, I need a last name, but I wasn't gonna dig for a last name. So when people started with the Montana shit, like, oh, this nigga, he watching this shit every morning, whatever. Then I took that and added on to it because I always felt that my name can't just be Breeze. Like it has to have another name, but I just didn't know what it would be. But even the baby face shit, like that shit is self-explanatory.
Babyface Nelson.
Yeah, like it's self-explanatory. Like I don't gotta tell you how I got that name.
That's very true.
Like,
Very true. Penny Vodka, nigga. You don't know about that, ball.
nigga went into the vote.
That's the vote ball right there. You heard?
Word.
Um, speaking of which, because it was a point in time where, like, nigga, you start rapping, I could start rapping with you. Like, I knew word for word,
Right.
right? When did you realize, like, you was nice? Within yourself? And then, like, who was the first person that gave you some real validation to be like, oh, nah, I'm nice?
All right. So you ain't asked me that before, so I could get into that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
the
So I just switched it out. I told you.
the first time I knew I was nice. I knew I was nice like after a while of just writing and repeating shit to myself, but like when people acknowledged it or whatever, and I was like, all right, I am nice was when um I went to we from Mount Vernon or whatever. I went to Franco Middle School. It was some kids that was like cutting class to the best of the ability of what you could cut class in middle school. Like niggas just was staying in the bathroom.
Bathroom word.
Yeah, they just stayed in the bathroom. So they was in the bathroom rhyming or whatever. I came in there, niggas was rapping. I decided to jump in. Nobody ever heard me rap before in public, ever. The only person that knew was my brother Tim and my uncle Bones at the time. Like those are the only people that knew that I rap. So I went in there, rap, And niggas was like, oh, this nigga's nice, whatever, whatever. What's your name, whatever, whatever. And it started from there. But as far as like really somebody really validating that I was nice, um, I don't know, cause it's a couple different things. It could be just the hood period, like people being like fucking with me, like a lot of people just fucking with me, being like, yo, that
Nah,
nigga nice.
I'm talking about
Like somebody that means something, like somebody
yeah,
famous or
yeah,
something.
yeah. Like somebody
Um,
that means something. You like, oh
yeah,
nah, like,
I
oh
rap,
alright.
I rap for I rap for Lord Jamal when he used to live in Mount Vernon on and he used to live in Rich like lived in a 3-family home. And Lord
Hmm.
Jamal was lived on the first floor and he was moving out. This was when I think we was 15 or 16 or something at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know Lord Jamal lived under him the whole like this whole time. Like I never knew. Like until the nigga was moving out. So Rich like, yo, we gonna go help my neighbor move, and you know he I want you to rhyme for him or whatever. So nigga, we get downstairs, nigga, open the doors, Lord Jamal. I'm like, yo, why you ain't been telling me this nigga live down here? Like, so the nigga Lord Jamal put on the he put on he like, yo, it's good. Like, he was like, spit some shit or whatever. Like, I'm gonna put the tape on. Nigga put the tape on and he had me rapping for like probably like 2 hours. Like, just every time I finish, like, yo, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And the tape stopped, you know, you had to flip over the tape. Nigga flipped over the tape. Keep going, keep going. They moving shit. I'm not even moving nothing. I'm not even helping at this time. Like he just want me to rap and they moving shit. Like they moving boxes and all that. He like, yeah, you nice. He was like, yo, I'm moving. I think he was moving to Long Island at the time. He was like, I'm moving to Long Island, but I want to get with you. And he gave me his number. And I think I might have reached out to him probably like while later or something or whatever. It might have been too late. He probably forgot about it by then. But I got a couple instances like that. Of course, rapping for Spunk. Spunk acknowledging
Shout
that I was nice. You brought me to Spunk.
shout out to Spunk,
I
yeah.
already knew who Spunk was because Spunk used to work with Anaya's father.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so I already knew his name. I just never, got up with him. Um, but yeah, Spunk acknowledging I'm nice. Um, Pete Rock acknowledging that I was nice. Um, man, there's so many people. Freck the billionaire acknowledging that I was nice. Freck wanted to sign me.
That was around the time around the back down, like right
Nah, this
after.
is way after. This is around like the
Oh,
Into the Dorm era.
okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's around like 07, 08.
Oh,
Um,
then he ended up going to jail, right?
yeah, then he ended up going to jail. Right. It was around that era, like when he was on the Fab tapes and all that. The Fab, there's no competition tape. I had met him downtown. I was going to the jewelry store to go get a watch, and I was with
Nigga love a watch.
my girl at the time, and we was just walking down a block, and I seen Freck. I had the Louis book bag or whatever with wild CDs in it. The If I Was Signed the Star Trek CDs from that time when I was pushing
Mm.
that tape. So I had a lot of them shits in my backpack. I had the Louis backpack on. So he seen me. I was like, yo. He seen me pull a joint out the backpack. He looking at me like. I gave the joint to him. He looked at the cover. I could tell he messed with the cover. I always been on the artwork. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like having that artwork. So he looked at the cover. I guess I could tell he knew I was serious from the cover. So
Mm-hmm.
he was like, "Yo, take my number." That's when we had sidekicks and Nextel. I had the Nextel BlackBerry and the sidekick at the time. He's like, "Yo, take my number." He gave me his number. I think I might have called him like 2 days later. He really picked up the phone. He was like, "Yo, I'm fucking with you, shorty. Like, I like what I'm hearing." He was like, "Yo, I'm about to go out of town, but when I come back, we gonna link up." I might have spoke to him maybe about like 2 other times after that, and we never got a chance to link up. And then he got back.
Mm.
Um, who else? Um, damn, so many people. I'm trying not to forget nobody. That's like really, really important. Um, I know I'm forgetting somebody that's really, really, really important. This person was on the verge of getting me a deal.
Mm.
Um, but I don't want to give the story away if I can't.
Say the person's name.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
Showbiz. Showbiz from Digging in the Crates.
Mm.
Yeah. So you know Cash from Mount Vernon. Showbiz is his uncle.
Yeah, I was with Cass earlier. Shout out to Cass.
Yeah. Showbiz is his uncle. He brought me over to Showbiz Studio in the Bronx, and he did the same thing that Lord Jamar did. He put some beats on, and just made me rap for a while long, probably like an hour or something. Just keep rapping, keep rapping, keep rapping. He talking to people and all that, telling me that like, nah, don't stop. I hear you. Keep rapping. So then at the end of the conversation, he was like, we could do something. He was like, I'm gonna try to get you over to Joe. And he was trying to get me signed to Terror Squad, and that's when the rumors or whatever, like,
Yeah, yeah, all that other
yeah,
shit.
yeah, around that time, like that was like around '04 or something.
Yeah, yeah, I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're talking about.
yeah. So him, man, I could keep going for days. It's
No,
a lot of
that's
people.
that's dope though.
Yeah,
That's definitely dope. That you even was able to cross paths with those people on your journey to where you at now.
right.
You know what I'm saying? My next question is, how do you feel about battle rap and how far it came to this point now?
I'm happy about it. I'm happy that niggas get a bag, a real bag, and make a living. You could do like 3, 4 battles a year and um, have a 6-figure lifestyle off of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy because those opportunities wasn't present when we was younger. When we was younger, I knew I had to transition out of battling into being able to make a song because there was so much stigma around people that battle. So it was a long transition for me with just developing myself into a songwriter. Um, I got around like the Into the Dorm dudes, and they really, it wasn't just me by myself. They really groomed me into the artist who I am right now. Even being such a, I was always able to tell stories. You know, I was always like a storyteller, ill storyteller, but just um, like concepts, like being
Mm.
conceptual. You know what I'm saying? Having conceptual projects and just conceptual stories and all of that. Like we got this joint that we did or whatever. I still spit this rhyme to people till this day. This joint called Night at the Movies.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good joint. That's a
yeah.
good joint.
They
That's a good joint.
that song was originally me and D Rhymes. I ended up putting it out later with different people because D had stopped rhyming and I still had the beat. But yeah, like Night at the Movies or even the like most recently the NES joint.
Not
Um,
not 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 to cut you off, right? But speaking of battles, right? I
mm,
just thought about it because the last conversation we had, I spoke about one, right? But
mm,
it's three battles that I was actually a part of with you that was actually
mm,
dope.
yeah,
Um, of course, you and Chris Black going back and forth.
mm,
That was super dope and super monumental, right?
mm.
But one we didn't speak about was you and Trax.
Oh, yeah. We
You
never.
and Trap.
I don't remember if we battled face to face.
It wasn't a battle face to face. That's
Yeah,
why I brung it up. That
yeah,
was a lyrical battle.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was dope, especially for our era at that time, because that's what all the artists was doing. They was throwing their disses on mixtapes and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
to be a part of that was dope. But the last one I'm gonna talk about, I was just with this person the other day, and he brought it up to me. He's like, "Yo, you remember that time you I spit for you? You was like, I'm nice, but nah, I gotta see your man's, and you brought me over to see Breeze, and I'm talking about Core Flute.
Oh
Remember when?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Remember?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I remember. I forgot that you the one that brought Core to the basement.
yeah, I brought Core to the basement, and your
Yeah,
battle after that was a dope joint too.
I forgot about that. I didn't even remember our battle Core.
Yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah. And then you remember Core and R.I.P. Fo.
yeah,
Um, Fo and Core battled on 4-5.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, so it was like I just thought about it as you were speaking. I'm like, oh nah, it was three joints we was you know what I'm saying? Like we was actually a part of, like, so that was actually dope.
Yeah, niggas be thinking I be lying, but like, I battled a lot of niggas, and I only lost once.
Who you think you lost to?
I only lost one time when I battled Chris Black in front of what elementary school is that over by Franklin?
Edward Williams.
Yeah, in front of Edward Williams, and that's because I was unprepared. I didn't want to battle him that night. It was after I won in front of
McDonald's.
Nah, that wasn't really a battle like for real because it
Yeah, that
wasn't like a lot of people there.
yeah, okay.
It was a big battle with a lot of people there on
Second? Was
on
that
third
second?
on third and fifth
Okay, yeah, yeah,
between
yeah,
between Sanford and Fifth
yeah.
over there by Zeke crib,
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
in that area. I had battled him there, and somebody was the judge. I'm not gonna mention his name or whatever. Somebody was judging the joint there, and I won there, and then he wanted a rematch. I didn't want a rematch because I
Mm.
already spanked you.
Yeah, 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 fact.
So I was at Cash crib. Cash used to live around the corner from me,
Mm-hmm.
and Shotty was over there, and Shotty was just like, "Yo, you gotta battle him now." Like he basically, they all gassed me to go over there, and I really wasn't prepared. I didn't know what I was gonna spit because I was ignoring it. Like I'm not going.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
beat him already, so I went over there, and it taught me a valuable lesson to always be prepared. I went over there. I spit like two good rhymes, and one of them I said already. Because I couldn't think of what else to
yeah,
rap.
yeah,
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 so I
fact.
automatically lost just based off of that because I spit something that I spit already. Um, and then the third time was in front of it was the biggest battle. That was my last battle for real, like my last real battle. Um, in front of that other school over there by Dyer or whatever that is, like
Oh
going
yeah,
towards
yeah,
Dyer's.
yeah, 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 I know. Oh, long
Yeah,
was that
that's when
Longfellow?
it, huh?
Was that Longfellow?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
new Longfellow building. I think that was Longfellow.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's like when they first built it over there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, that was the biggest battle. It was probably like it might have been like 150 people outside or some craziness. It was crazy. Like it was crazy. But yeah, that was the last time we battled. It was on tape. That was the first time any of my battles was ever on tape. And at the battle, they said I lost. But after people watched the tape, it was different because I felt that I won. But we were sitting there arguing for a while longer until the cops came. But we battled for money. We paid them the money anyway because I'm not a sore loser. If the judges think I lost, whoever I lost, whatever, cool, I lost. Of course, if you go back and watch the tape now or whatever, people have a different story. When people watch the tape then, you got a different perception. But that's
Yeah,
because there might have been lines, and that's the thing with battle rap now too. It's like you might be there live, and you might feel like, oh, this person won, and then when you watch it on YouTube, it's lines that went over your head that
yeah,
you didn't catch.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
So you like,
absolutely.
nah, this person won, and that's what happened. You know what I'm saying at that time, and even now till this day, people say to me lines that I had during that battle, like, yo, you said such and such. Like niggas never forgot those things. So people still say those things to me. So yeah, I only lost once.
Okay, hey, listen, you got to take bumps and bruises. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to take bumps and bruises. So, you were speaking earlier about some of your projects, into the dorm days, as far as if you were signed to Star Trek and stuff like
Hmm.
that. Out of all the projects you dropped, which one would you consider your best body of work?
Um, last time I was talking to, I said American Greed, but I was wrong. Um, it's Let Us Cook Too, the one I didn't release yet.
Mm, mm.
It's my best project to date. I'm not just saying that because it's new music.
You
I
ain't
really
released it yet?
nah. It's
I'm gonna
I
send you
released
my
all.
email. I'm gonna send you my email when we get off. I'm gonna send that to
Yeah,
the chat
I got
line.
it uploaded to a private link. I'll let you get a sneak listen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But yeah, it's my best project to date, and I'm not just saying that because it's new music. Like I really got a formula, and I figured it out.
How many
Um,
joints you putting on there?
10, just like American Greed. I would never do more than 12 songs on a project ever in my life. That's never
Okay.
happened. Niggas is never getting more than 12, and 12 is a stretch. But
Okay. I
the
respect that.
less songs that you have on a project is less room for error,
Mm,
and projects sound more cohesive the less songs that they are. Um,
mm.
I still believe 7 songs or less is an EP. A lot of people think that that's 7 songs or 8 songs or whatever is a full length project. I would never give somebody 7 songs and be like that's a LP. But yeah, I would never do more than 10 songs on an LP or more than 12. But my preference is 10. Like if you listen to certain albums, like for example, like Off the Wall or Thriller,
Yeah,
or Nas Illmatic, like it sounds cohesive, and that's because it's not a lot of filler. It's not a lot of extra songs on there. Each song sound like a marriage. They sound like they're supposed to be together. They don't sound like this song is out of place, and that's something I'm big on too. Is sequencing. It's easier to
gotcha.
work on 10 songs or whatever and making sure that it sounds like a marriage than if I had 16 or something. I made that mistake before. That's why I'll never do it again.
I respect that. I respect that. Yo, so next question. You a person that pay very close attention to detail. You very artistic. I noticed with your cover art and your merch and everything like that.
Hmm.
So, do you make more money with music or do you make more money on your merch?
Definitely with merch. Um, Overall with merch. The last project I put out, hors d'oeuvres, was the most money that I've ever made off of any project, like a single project that I've ever done.
Mm,
Um, and that's well in this era, I could say. In the mixtape era was different. But in this era is the most money I made off of any project because people bought it directly from me or through Bandcamp. And on
mm.
Bandcamp, there's an option to tip. So people was tipping me $50, $100, $30, $25, and the
They was
project is
tipping.
yeah, the project is only worth so I'm selling it for $8,
Okay.
$7.99, and people was basically
Buying 6, 7, 8,
yeah,
9,
right,
10,
yeah,
11
right,
copies.
exactly. So also I was selling it on my site directly. So that's the most money I've ever made off of any one singular project. And that was an EP. That wasn't even a full album. It was only 5 songs. Four
That's,
really if you don't count the intro, because the intro is just is this it's no music.
mm, there you go. That was free game for y'all. I noticed, watching on your page, you're into real estate now, like, or you're into flipping and buying and, selling houses.
Hmm.
Where did that come from? Is that just like part of the hustler's mentality? Like you just always get it, flip it, move on. And he was like, you applied your music and your past life into it, or was that just something like you was really passionate about?
Nah, my it came from my grandfather. My grandfather Willie Bates. Um, when I was young, like my original block is 13th Avenue or whatever. That's where I'm from, 13th and Third. That's where like basically I was born at. Um, when my mom got with my brother's father, who she ended up marrying, me and my brother only a year apart. I was born in Yonkers. We ended up moving to Mount Vernon, like basically like right after. So
Mm.
I grew up on 13th Avenue. My grandfather's from 13th Avenue, and he's basically playing real life Monopoly on that block. Like anybody that from that block that knew him knew he was playing real life Monopoly. He owned like 7 properties on that block, multi-family homes. He also owned a parking lot that was across the street, and the parking lot had a shed. He ended up turning the shed into a convenience store.
Oh, he was getting money.
So just seeing that had an effect on me when I was a kid.
Oh, he was getting money for real. And they
Yeah.
said real life monopoly. All on one block too.
Mhm.
That's crazy. Um, Speaking of houses, I know you into them. A person like me, my favorite part of the house is the kitchen. I see you throw down in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing to cook, and where you learn how to cook?
Um, it's hard to say what my favorite thing to cook is. Um, it might be duck.
Mm,
Duck might be my favorite thing to cook.
mm.
Um, if
What
I
you
had
cooking
to
with,
pick
some
one,
hoisin sauce?
huh?
How you do your duck? How you do your duck? If you don't mind me asking.
Um, orange sauce, honey, um,
Orange sauce
rosemary.
definitely go with some duck. Yeah.
Yeah, rosemary, salt, pepper, of course. Garlic cloves stuffed inside with with either carrots and apples
Hmm.
or carrots, apples, thyme. No, not thyme. I'm sorry. Rosemary, fresh rosemary. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, you about to have a nigga go in the kitchen. I hear you. My son said duck.
Nah, it's duck season right now. We going in,
It's definitely duck
yeah,
season.
we into the fall. I don't on Thanksgiving. I don't make turkey. I make duck.
Okay. Excuse me, young man. Excuse me, young man.
Yeah, so if I had to choose one, I'm gonna say duck. And how I learned to cook or whatever, or how what started me cooking was just like being in my family. My mother's side of the family, even my mother was born in New Orleans. A lot of people don't know that about me. So my whole mother's side of the family, that's originally where they're from. They planted they flag in the Bronx when my great grandmother came here, and I think she came and she not here because I'm in Atlanta, but she came to New York
Duck is fire.
in the '60s.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I think she came to New York in the '60s and or the '50s. I forgot when she came to New York, but yeah, they planted their flag in the Bronx. But everybody's really from New Orleans. She even went back to New Orleans to have her kids when she
Mm.
did go to New York. So my mother ended up being born in New Orleans, and New Orleans culture is cooking, having fun, and everybody get together and cook and eat. Everybody loves to eat. So just
Yes.
watching them, I picked up certain things just Not even anybody necessarily teaching me how to cook, just watching, just paying attention.
Yo,
So, huh?
that,
Go ahead.
I said that's crazy because shout out to your brother.
Yeah,
Me and your brother went to the same culinary school. He just went in the city. I went out where I'm at,
yeah, I
and
know you told me.
and recently it was a gig I was supposed to do. I wasn't able to make it, and they ended up calling him, and he was able to get the job done.
That's crazy.
Um, um, so definitely shout out to him. I got a question for you from one of the people in the chat. They said, being that you so artistic, shout out to Raya, being that you so artistic, and you put thought into your cover arts and things like that. Would you be interested in doing an what is that, NFT?
NFT.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
NFT one.
yeah. I'm still. I know what NFTs are. I knew about them. I think for like a couple months, maybe like sometime this year. I think either this year or last year was the first time I ever heard what an NFT was. I'm definitely interested. I just don't know how to get in. Like I'm not educated enough um, to know like how to upload the artwork. I don't know how to do it. If I knew how to do it, I got artwork that I never even showed anybody, like just graphics I got made, ideas that I might have sent the graphic artist or whatever that I never even put out to the world. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in doing NFTs. I just don't know how.
Shout out to
Um,
are you familiar with Akil Ali from Mount Vernon?
yeah,
Um, tapping with him, he definitely knows the. Oh, Ryan said she can help you with that too.
I'll follow
Um,
me.
um, Akil Ali, he definitely he knows about that, so you could definitely tap in with him. But Ryan said she's willing to help you with that as well. Super dope. Look,
Bet. Yeah, just
look,
follow me at whatever link with me.
she said I got the perfect link. Nah, you can send it directly to him, right? You don't
Yeah,
even gotta
follow
send it to
follow me
me.
and get with me.
Yeah, yeah, make that direct link. Now that's definitely dope though. Especially that the whole being that we on that. For everybody that don't know, he got a video like with the whole Mario theme. Shit fucked my head up. And you know what? You know why I really fucked my head up is because me and my man, shout out to my man Ruck.
Hmm.
Y'all might know him as Keith Benjamin. Uh, we were sitting down and he was like, "Yo, I want to do a video, but I want to do it like straight, like a cartoon or like a character."
Hmm.
And I swear to God, bro, I was on the internet looking for mad people to try to do this shit. And like a week after he said this shit, you dropped the video. And I'm like,
Hmm.
what the fuck? That's crazy. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
had a lot of people don't know I had that in the bag. Not the actual video, but the idea. I had that in the bag for a real long time since I wrote that song in 2014. So
Mm.
I had the song since 2014. People that came to see me perform, like certain shows that I did, um, they heard me perform the record, but it wasn't out. But every time I performed that record, I got crazy responses to it, and there was no video to it. But I
Yeah, nah,
always,
the video is fucking retarded. Right, you
yeah,
gotta go check it out.
I always knew that I
I
was
gotta
gonna do
play
the
it for
video
you.
like that. Like at the time when I created the song or whatever, the album wasn't out, and I had only been home for maybe like a year. I didn't even have the money to, you know, the amount of money that I would have needed to do the video. That first of all, let me get that
I
shit
know
out
that
the way.
video cost some chicken. You don't even gotta tell the people
That
that. I
shit, that
already
shit
know.
is
Cause
yeah,
look, I just told you
animation
I was
period.
online looking for a nigga to do it, and the prices. I was like, whoa, hold on, baby, what is this? This is friendly extortion here, like.
Yeah,
So we ain't even gonna get into that because we know
yeah.
it's some chicken. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play the video before the joint ends, just so everybody can see it. So my next question is, this is actually my last question, then I can actually play the video. What does Breeze have next coming out? And who is one feature you want that you ain't have yet?
Well, I got Let Us Cook 2 is up next. As far as like a full length project, I'm re releasing hors d'oeuvres to the DSPs finally on Thanksgiving.
You already released the other one, right? American.
Yeah, I put it back on the DSPs because I took it off.
Yeah, okay.
I took Let Us Cook one off, and I took all my music down basically. It was only like a couple of songs.
Was there a reason behind that, or?
Yeah, because I wanted to focus. I wanted people to be able to purchase hors d'oeuvres directly from me, and if you wanted to
Mm.
get American Greed, you could get it from me as well. But it was only for like that limited amount
So
of
that was
time.
a
Yeah,
strategy.
yeah, right. So,
Okay.
and I was actually toying. I'm not gonna lie, I was toying with the idea of never putting my projects on the DSPs ever again.
Oh,
But
shout out to my nigga Shooter, not
yeah,
Shooter. That's what Shooter do.
yeah,
Shooter
right,
has in his caption is no strings among us.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's only you got to get it from him. You
Yeah,
don't get it from him, you're not getting it.
it's a couple people that did it, do it. I think Rock Marcy is probably like the innovator, like the pioneer that is
Okay.
like
Yeah, I ain't
selling
know that.
buying it directly from him and not having it on no streaming platforms.
I mean,
West
that's how
Side
you
Gun and
touch your
them used to
people,
do
though.
that back in the day too.
I mean, that's how you touch the people, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if I stream your shit, it's cool. But if I actually got it from you, and then I can put it into no homo, like, and play it, that's more of a connection as opposed to me just going online and just typing up your name and just, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't really have no connection to you. And it's gonna hold more value. So
Right.
I definitely. So what's the one feature that you want that you ain't get yet?
I forgot to use like what I got next. I forgot to mention like I'm going
Oh, a
on
mini
a
tour, right?
small, huh?
Like a mini tour, right?
Yeah, like a small tour. I'm gonna be in this Friday. I'm leaving to go to Arizona. I'm gonna be in Tucson, Arizona. After that, on December 1st, I'm gonna be in Oakland, California. After that, on the 3rd, I'm gonna be in Seattle, and then the next show after that is in January, and I'm gonna be in Denver, Colorado. But I might pick up some more dates either
Niggas just named
between
all the
that.
states that have weed that's legal. Bring back some gas. Niggas just named all of the weed states. Nigga. What
Yeah,
you performing at Rolling Loud, my nigga? Fucking cannabis cup or something? Nigga said
nah.
all the weed states.
But
That's
nah, yeah, we're gonna have some fun. So that's what I got coming up next: the re-release of hors d'oeuvres, the small tour, and Let Us Cook 2 next year, the top of next year.
all right. So what's the one feature?
It probably wouldn't be a rapper. It would be if I could work with anybody, it would be the Alchemist.
Oh, the
That's
producer.
yeah, that's my favorite producer of all time. If I could work with
What?
anybody, it would be the Alchemist. Yeah.
We might have to make something happen. So.
Yeah, I got a whole list of producers that I want to do one producer projects with, and he's number
Oh,
one on the list.
that's crazy. Shout out to Ismail Fleet.
Yeah.
That's what he did last year. He dropped a project every month of the year. Each project was produced by one producer solely.
Mhm.
So that was definitely dope. Shout out to my guy Bones Bagante. He's doing the 30 for 30. This is part two. 30 videos, 30 freestyles for 30 days. So everybody's being innovative, creative and coming up with different ideas and different things,
I
just to
gotta
show
get
the
one
world.
with Pete Rock too before it's all over.
Yeah, yeah, definitely got to get one with Pete Rock. We definitely,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to holler at Cartel, see what we can do, man. We definitely got to get something with Pete Rock.
Hey,
That's.
I don't know if you know the story. I know Pete like
I know you
from
know that.
Greg. Yeah, like that's Pete is who got me like unknowingly. He doesn't know, but that's one of the people who got me rapping. Like as far as like other than like artists and being influenced by artists, but like going to his crib changed my life.
Mm.
When Greg brought me to his house, he had a
Shout out
house
to
in
Pete
Spring
Rock.
Valley. Yeah, this is like 98, like 97, 98. Greg brought me to his house. It was me and little Greg. We went up there, and that experience changed my life forever. I'll never forget that. So after that, I wanted to rap.
I ain't gonna front. Greg was doing some good shit in the music industry as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. All right, so look, man. I'm about to spin the video real quick so everybody can see this this video because I don't. If you haven't seen it, it has 150,000 views. Just so y'all know. But if y'all didn't see this video, I want y'all to see this video right now because people not doing this, and you gotta pay attention to the story. And this is from my childhood. So I'm about to spin this real quick, and then I got one more question, then we're gonna get out of here. So I'm gonna spin the video real quick. Go ahead. Um, yeah. This video is funny. Nah, that's different.
Appreciate you, Jim.
That's different. Yo, no funny shit, bro. Every time I watch that video, I want to pick up my controller. Nah, dead ass. Like that, like the whole breakdown. So,
Yeah.
twist, like a life twist of like of your story,
Mm-hmm.
like in a game form.
You said, is it a light twist of my story?
Yeah, or was that like a random
Nah,
story?
to be honest with you, I wrote that song in like 10, 15 minutes tops. I heard the beat. The beat was made by this kid named Johnny Crooks. He's from like Germany or Russia or something like that. He's from Europe. I heard the beat online. I wrote to the beat before I hit him up to buy it. Um, and when I heard the sounds and the beat, automatically the first lines came to my head. I knew this brother named Mario. Mario from El Barrio, two belt on his waist, kept his hammer a calico. So that was the first lines that came to my head. Then I paused from writing and I just did research on the history of Mario from there. So that's where you get lines like he was born in 81, parents unknown, used to call him the jump man, had all the JOs because the first
Yeah, that was
appearance,
his name. He was
yeah,
in Donkey Kong
right. He was
originally.
in Donkey Kong. The first appearance of
Originally, yeah.
Mario ever was in 81 and it was in Donkey Kong.
Facts.
His name wasn't even Mario, it was Jumpman.
Exactly.
So it's
Yeah.
just a play off as a metaphor, like you know the hustlers and had all the Jordans. He had all the JOs, like he used to call him the jump man. So I just started researching certain things or whatever, and I just started adding on, and I wrote the song like it had to be like 15 minutes tops. The hook is simple, um, you know. I ain't spent too much time on it, but I didn't
And
spend
that
as much time as
and
people would
that's
think
the
I spent.
your merch. That the Mario Man is that's what's on the merch, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah. I had to have a just to make it more like relatable. I made a black Mario.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When
You're
I
welcome,
seen
bro.
that shit, I'm like, nah, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's a quality hoodie too. For anybody wondering, like if you don't have one, like it's thick. It's not like some thin
No,
ass shit.
I definitely gotta, I'm gonna get with you. I definitely gotta get one. I kept saying that shit because that blue is crazy.
Yeah.
And
I
that's,
did custom colors for a few people too. Smokey got one. I think Smokey got two. Matter of fact, I think I gave Smokey a black one and a red one, and he the only one with the red one and the
you
black
get the
one.
merch, Grams. You gotta hit him up. I believe he got the website. He got the website. It's on there. How much is the hoodie? Like 65, I
Yeah,
believe.
65.
65. You know what I'm saying? $100 if you want an autograph. You know what I'm saying? We just, you know what I'm saying? We freestyling
It's
now.
well worth the 65 too. Like I said, it's a thick hoodie. It's quality. It's
The
material.
Black
It's not.
Mario is you don't got one on hand real quick so the people can see?
I probably got one in my closet. Let me check in my closet. The
Cause just in case, so y'all don't gotta get up y'all don't gotta go see. The shit is dope. It's like two different shades of blue. Got the Mario. Now it's fire. I definitely gotta grab one. Hit them up. Grams, definitely. Yeah, I need one so I can wear it in season 2. Season 2 coming in January, y'all.
see her.
We're gonna do in person shit. There you go, right there. See? Mario. Fire. That Black Mario's fire. Is that's a patch? Or that's
Yeah,
iron?
it's a Chanel patch.
Oh, see? Look, he using big words. That's the Chanel patch. Yeah, nah, he got it, Grim.
I'm gonna type in the site right now.
Yeah, he gonna type in the site. And I'm gonna pin it. Yeah, right. You gotta tap in. He got him. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie. I think you should do a gold version of NFT it, my nigga. Fuck it.
Yeah, I would.
Look, I just pinned it in the joint right there. That's the
Oh,
website.
my fault. It's not shop.
Oh,
Take that one down. It's store. My fault.
all right. So when you put it back up, I'll just pin it. And then I got this last little thing I'm gonna jump on. No homo. Before we get out of here, it was one of the dopest parts of the last interview. I ain't really get to touch on this one. Um, I've known you for years, and we used to be at your house was the spot. We didn't speak about this, but one time we got caught cutting school at your crib.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it go back that deep.
Right.
One thing I always noticed, besides like all the clothes and all the sneakers in the crib was, I'm gonna bring this out, was the rhyming dictionary.
Yeah.
I couldn't leave this interview without speaking about that because that's one of my most memorable
Memorable
things
things.
about you. Like, yeah, like I'm like, yo, this nigga had a fucking, like, our parents just telling us to read this and do this, and I remember you get in trouble in school, you got right. I won't talk 100 times and all this other shit. I'm like, but this nigga really had a rhyming dictionary. Like,
Yeah.
so where did the rhyming, like how did you come across the rhyming dictionary? How did you find out about it? And like, just give the people a brief synopsis about that.
I heard that that either Rakim or Big Daddy Kane had one, and Hove had one, but I didn't go seek it out myself. I just like that's how my first like what I could remember about hearing about one was that. But I ended up getting locked up when I was a kid. I got locked up. I went to Jenny Clarkson. For those that don't know, it was like a kids facility in Westchester, like northern Westchester or whatever. When I came home, I was on probation, and my probation officer had me in like a program with like other youth or whatever. It's like a mentorship program, and it was these two guys. One of them name was Mr. Garrett. I don't remember the other guy's name, but it was Mr. Garrett and this white guy. I forgot his name. I wish I remembered his name. But they did stuff with us, like they took us to Def Poetry Jam and shit like that or whatever. And they had heard that I rap. And one day I came and they was like, yo, we gonna go to Barnes and Nobles and we gonna buy you them rhyming dictionaries. And we went to Barnes and Nobles and they picked two of them. They picked up two. I thought I was just going to get one book or whatever. They bought in. That's how I got it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Would you use one to this day, or you don't use them no more?
I still use it sometime. Like if I'm not gonna lie, like if I get stuck on a syllable, but I don't really need them no more because my vocabulary always been broad. Always had a crazy vocabulary, and then with like reading the rhyming dictionaries from a kid, I be, I know how to break down syllables. You know what I'm saying? I know how to rhyme and break down syllables. So it's still instilled in me from reading it from then. But every once in a while, if I get stuck, I don't have those books anymore. I lent them to people, and the people never gave them back to me, so I don't have them anymore. But yeah, like every once in a while, they got them online now, so you could.
Yeah,
You
I'm about to
could
say you. I'm saying you
yeah,
say they probably got them online now.
yeah,
So
yeah. Every once in a while, if I get stuck, I'll use it if I get stuck or whatever. But for the most part, nah, I don't use it like that.
that's dope. So you got your clip ready for Flex?
Yeah, of course, of course. I got a clip for Flex. I got a clip for Sway. I got a clip for wherever.
Yeah, I
I
be
got
asking.
I got the 30 for Flex
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
extender.
Every artist I speak to, right? I noticed they be like, yo, bro, I got some shit. I be like, I hear you. They be like, but the shit I got for Flex?
Yeah, yeah. The one for Flex you got to keep in the tuck.
So crazy. Like, yeah, I'm like, why everybody got something for Flex in the tuck, me?
Because that's a rhyme that you think about from when you a kid, when you first start this shit. Like you as time goes on and you get better, it changes. But you keep one for Flex. Everybody, that's still like a dream achievement. They get up there and rap like that'll never. I don't think that'll ever change as long as Flex is who he is and he's still doing his thing. I don't think that'll ever change.
That's crazy, son. Everybody. It don't matter if they from the South, they from the West, they from. Everybody has a clip for Flex, bro.
That's a fact.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. The funniest Flex shit ever was design. I don't know who that design on Flex, but we're not gonna talk about that shit, my nigga. I don't know. We ain't gonna talk about that. Yo, listen, man. I thank you so much for sitting down with me, taking this time out to kick with me on this Sunday.
You already.
I had to revamp. We did it last week. I said, nah, I gotta get it right. I ain't even gonna post it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we get the levels right, everything good. This is the season finale. I'm coming back with season 2 in January. Season 2, I'm actually going to be doing in-person joints. I ain't even going to be
Yeah,
doing a
we gotta
live
do
no
an in
more.
person joint. I was just
Yeah,
about to
yeah,
say that.
yeah. Season 2, I'm revisiting. I'm doing. You know what it was? This is my first time doing it, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to have nobody in front of me. I'm gonna be nervous, and that's why I did like really everybody I really knew I had a connection with. I bond with. I had some type of history with. You know, because I had to really get myself, prepared to do this shit. So season 2, I'm gonna be in person. It's gonna be super dope. Y'all gonna actually see my invisible co-host. So it's gonna be a different setup, but I'm like, I gotta finish it off with a bang. I started this season off with my nigga Good. Shout out to Goods the Animal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Shout out to this season. Episode 2 was HG Locks and my man Sincere. Then I had my man Bones Gigante. Then I had Hattie Racks and Terrell Blair. Then I switched it up and went to the chef. Shout out to my chef John. Uh, Reese, hip hop food truck. And then I'm like, yo, for the ending, I gotta go out with a bang. And a lot of people don't notice that you really was the first person I actually ever worked with in music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I used to tell you I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah,
Um, and I'm just so proud where you at and what you're doing and how you transition and you actually, you know, did the right thing and you actually still doing the music.
yeah.
So
I
and it's crazy
appreciate you.
because even when I told my mom, I said my mom was like, "Well, who you gonna get last?" I'm like, I'm gonna get Breeze."
Yeah,
And then she said the government. I ain't gonna say that.
yeah,
She's like, "Oh nah, that'd be dope." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm
yeah.
like, I'm gonna reach out to him and see if he'll sit down with me and kick it. And you was all for it, so it made my day. Um, and I appreciate it, man. And whatever you need help with, whatever you got going on, as far as music wise, um, you know, I grown a lot as far as this game. I know you where you at, but you can still make a lot of things happen. I got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of connects where you at, especially like in King of Diamonds and all that and everything
Mm-hmm.
like that. So whatever you need help with down there, whatever, even if you come up here, I'm all on board. I know you got your team. I know you focused.
I ain't got no
Shout out.
team, bro. It's just me.
Oh, it's just
I'm,
you. I
yeah,
thought you were still moving
my
around.
team. Nah, my team is my photographer, my engineer, my graphic artist, my digital marketer. That's my team.
Look, man. Every time I see you, you doing shit professionally. I seen you walking into the motherfucking. I think you was doing rehearsals the other
Yeah,
day. Then this morning, you said something very important. A lot of artists might not know. You like when you on the treadmill, recite your rhymes because it helps you with breath control when you on
right.
stage.
That's a fact.
So I see you taking all the necessary steps. So for you to, I don't know if anybody ever told you or if, I'm looking. And so if I'm looking, other people's looking and they pay attention and they noticing that
Mm-hmm.
you're doing what you have to do to get to the next level.
Right,
It's just about staying, focused.
right.
So like I said, once again, I appreciate you. One more Drew, I'm gonna drop. A lot of people don't know we was in a fake group and I was like, we was in me and my nigga, it was you, Fo,
Yeah,
Mega,
yeah, yeah,
ISO, and then me.
yeah,
Shout out to me and Blue. We was the underdogs. So
yeah,
it was a lot of history, bro. It was
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
history.
Right, yeah,
Um, and we formulated a whole label, put out projects. Um,
yeah. We
we
was
did.
on it early.
We was on the yo. I was telling somebody the other day. I'm like, yo, if we really had a camera on our lives from back then,
Yeah, we was doing shit that niggas wasn't
we
doing.
would have
Like
been lit, bro.
we, we,
We would put out 2 mixtapes. We had our own studio.
we
We
had
was
a
we,
we had a whole independent label. It was structured. Everybody had roles. We used
we
to
don't
have
even know how we had
meetings.
the money.
Yeah,
We don't even know how we
we
had the
just
money,
ain't
bro.
have the budget. But
Yeah,
We had everybody had roles. It was structured. It was this person was this role. He played this role. We used to have meetings weekly. Like we had
yeah,
a
it was
real independent label at 14, 15 years old.
years old, bro. Facts, facts. I remember the first time I went to Rough Rider Studio. Um, they just signed Jen, and they had us come up there to do like a listening and pick the song.
Hmm.
And I never forget, we just dropped Back Down mixtape.
Yeah.
So shout out to my nigga Cat Daddy. Cat called me like, "Yo, I'm about to come get you. Go to the studio. He pull up to the truck. He pull
Hmm.
up. He pull up in the truck. They come and get me. I got like 15 mixtapes on me, bro.
Hmm.
I was like, bro, what do you mean you haven't? I'm like, yeah, this our mixtape. What do you mean you haven't mixtape? Yeah,
Yeah.
this our shit, nigga.
Yeah.
Niggas was pressing them shits and everything. I don't even
Hmm.
know. So it was definitely a dope experience.
We moved
Everything was
units
on it.
with that second tape too. That second tape did numbers.
Yeah, the second tape did numbers. Um, I never feel it's certain joints, you know, like the Penny out of vodka,
Yeah.
the clap tracks.
Mm. Yeah, I can't remember that whole rhyme to the Prada hoodie joint. But like I want niggas to know I've been rhyming like that, yo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
talking
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I've been
yeah,
talking like that my whole life.
yeah.
Prada hoodies, Gabbana footies, Louis Vuitton
We're
Don,
talking
Rihanna rookie.
Woo!
Kanye wasn't even calling himself. He wasn't even calling himself the Louis Vuitton Don at that. This is '02. Kanye didn't come out till
Nah.
2004.
Yeah, this is definitely this is in the basement, bro. Niggas really had it. Yeah, yeah, and you never left that shit.
Nah,
The
I
studio,
used to
bro.
sleep there sometime. Like,
Yeah, I definitely give it to you. And hey, man, y'all niggas definitely um really put on and really was doing what y'all had to do. And I'm glad where you at now. And I'm giving you your flowers and just keep going. Um, and like I said, if you ever need me, bro, I'm on deck, man.
appreciate you, Jen.
Yeah. Yo, link me, man. Let me know when you do that private link. Everybody go cop the merch. Go get hors d'oeuvres. Go get American Grid. Go get Let Us Cook 1. Let Us Cook 2 coming out. Tap in. He got a couple of shows in all the weed states. If you get high, meet him there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
um,
send you the link to Let Us Cook too as soon as we hang up.
yeah, and definitely tap in with Raya. Raya is definitely dope. She manages an artist. She's definitely well connected, and she definitely said she'll help you with the NFT situation. So definitely tap in with her. She probably already follows you. Um, when you get a chance, do that.
All right, Jen.
All right.
All
Good
right.
night, my nigga. Have a
All
good
right.
one.
One.
Yep.